Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we are diving straight into the hidden needs of your cat. And honestly, this is going to completely transform how you understand their seemingly aloof behavior. Most of us just assume our feline companions are fiercely independent, maybe a bit distant, and don't really require a whole lot from us. But the truth? There's a silent conversation happening in your home right now, and missing out on it might actually be costing you the deep bond you think you already have.
So, think about this. We often write cats off as just being distant, but what if you've actually been completely missing their signals and, without even meaning to, crossing their boundaries every single day? When we keep getting these little things wrong, our cats slowly lose faith that we'll ever truly understand them. And the thing is, they don't show that loss of faith with anger. Nope, they show it with distance. They start watching you from across the room instead of curled up on your lap.
Okay, to really get to the bottom of this, we're going to structure our explainer into a few core themes today. We'll cover 1. The misunderstood feline. 2. Honoring their wild instincts. 3. Speaking their secret language. 4. The gift of autonomy. And finally, 5. A new feline bond. This is going to help us systematically decode their psychology.
Let's jump right into honoring their wild instincts. If we really want to understand our pets, we have to start by recognizing that their African wildcat instincts are still absolutely 100% hardwired into their biology. That primal instinct didn't just vanish because they started napping on a cozy memory foam bed, right? It's still running in the background of every single room they walk into.
For example, have you ever found yourself coaxing your cat off a high shelf because you thought they were just being naughty? Well, doing that actually removes their primal vantage point, and it dramatically spikes their daily stress levels. The Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery actually notes that cats with vertical territory, like cat trees or those high window perches, show significantly lower stress. Being up high means safety from predators and a clear view of any approaching threats. So it's not a preference, it's literally pure survival.
And here's another thing. Cats are obligate predators. Their entire nervous system is built around a very specific biological sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, and finally, eat. Think about what happens when we just pour dry food into a bowl day after day. We are skipping the first 5 steps entirely. And all that unspent hunting drive, it doesn't just disappear. It redirects, usually into 3 a.m. zoomies, ankle ambushes from under the bed, or shredding your favorite couch.
So how do we fix this? You have to play like prey. When you're using one of those wand toys, move it like a real animal. Make it hide, make it dart away, and most importantly, let them win so they can complete that vital hunting sequence. Real prey doesn't just fly in endless, predictable circles right above a cat's head. It pauses, it trembles, it hides behind the sofa. Let them stalk it, let them catch it, and then immediately follow up that victory with their meal. It perfectly mirrors exactly what nature designed.
Now, if you have a multi-cat household, feline behaviorists absolutely swear by the N+1 rule. This is crucial for eliminating invisible, stress-inducing resource competition. Because feline conflict isn't loud like dog conflict. Actually, scratch that, it's almost totally silent. It's a stare held just a second too long, or one cat waiting quietly for another to leave the hallway. By providing N+1 resources, meaning, say, 3 litter boxes for 2 cats, all spread out in different spots, you ensure no cat ever has to negotiate with another just to exist in their own home.
Another big one. You've got to stop aggressively scrubbing away all their cheek rubs. I know we like a clean house, but doing that erases their scent field and completely destroys their map of safety. When a cat rubs their cheeks on the edge of your coffee table, they are essentially dropping a pin on a map that says, "This is safe, I've been here." If you wash all their bedding at the exact same time or use really harsh chemicals on their favorite marking spots, you are effectively dropping them into a foreign country. Protect their scent, and you protect their sense of home.
All right, let's shift gears and move to speaking their secret language. Let's look at how all this biology translates into direct daily communication between you and your cat. Because honestly, if you aren't speaking their language, you are missing out on some truly incredible moments of connection.
We humans think locking eyes shows love, right? But research consistently proves that your cat interprets a prolonged, direct stare as a predator's threat. To us, it feels like pure adoration. To them, it's highly confrontational. When they feel pressured by a direct stare, they don't relax and get affectionate, they retreat. So here's what you do. Look at your cat, and then softly look past them. Let your eyes just drift away to show them you are entirely safe.
Instead of staring, soften your gaze and offer them a slow blink. Researchers at the University of Sussex actually confirmed this is a genuine positive communication tool. When you slowly close and open your eyes, you are literally speaking cat. You're telling them, I see you, I trust you, and I mean no harm. Seriously, try this today. Wait for them to look at you, offer a slow blink, and just watch. They'll either blink right back or walk over to press against your leg. It's like magic. You also have to learn to read their tail. Dr. John Bradshaw's research highlights that each unique tail position is basically a distinct sentence in their language. And get this, wildcats don't even use their tails this way. This specific communication evolved entirely for us. A tail lashing quickly from side to side, that's not a happy dog wag, that is pure agitation. But a tail softly wrapped around your arm, that is deep affection. Every unread tail movement is a conversation you just missed.
Oh, and make sure you actually talk to them out loud. A 2019 Sophia University study showed they absolutely know their own names, even if they completely choose to ignore you when you call them. Narrate your day to them. Say good morning. Just because they don't always come running like a golden retriever doesn't mean they aren't listening. When a cat is regularly spoken to, they stop existing on the margins of your life and become a central part of it.
Which brings us right to the gift of autonomy. This is probably the most transformative part of this whole explainer. The crucial point here is how we handle our physical and emotional interactions with them. Okay, I know it's incredibly tempting, but we have to stop picking them up unprompted. A University of Lincoln study proved that lifting a cat without warning removes their autonomy, causes immediate stress, and actively teaches them to stay out of your reach. Think about it from their perspective. They have almost zero control over their own bodies once you decide to just scoop them up. When you do this all the time, you teach them that their signals simply don't matter. Instead, wait for the invitation. Wait for the weave around your ankles or that little head bump. Let them make the choice.
And rather than forcing physical affection, try building a very predictable daily rhythm. Unpredictable routines are actually a leading cause of chronic stress in cats. They don't experience time like we do. They experience it in patterns. It's feeding time, then the quiet hour, then the window watch. When that daily map breaks down, the ground practically shifts beneath them. Predictable routine is exactly what allows a cat's highly tuned nervous system to finally let its guard down.
Now, please remember this. Solitude isn't the opposite of love for a cat. It's the condition that makes love possible. When they walk away from you, do not follow them. Their flexible social nature absolutely requires peace and solitude to process their world. Again, they are not dogs. Walking away is not a personal rejection. If you constantly interrupt their need for space, they'll start associating you with the loss of peace. But if you let them go freely, their return to you is incredibly meaningful because it was fully 100% their choice.
The ultimate secret here? Agendaless presence. Just sit near them, demand absolutely nothing, and become a reliable, secure base that they naturally gravitate toward. Read a book, drink your coffee, and just exist in the same space. When you stop demanding interaction, no grabbing for a pet, no pulling out your phone for a photo, you become someone they actively seek out. You become a calming presence that their whole day orients around.
And that leads us to our final section, a new feline bond. Let's wrap up by looking at exactly what happens when we stop projecting our own human emotions and start truly honoring feline reality. Everything we've talked about comes together here to completely shift the dynamic in your home.
When you replace human-centric demands with respected boundaries and real feline-centric communication, your cat is finally going to love you openly. By doing less forcing and far more listening, you stop being the house monitor and you become someone they choose. They aren't asking you for perfection. They're just asking for someone who tries to read their tail, respects their need to walk away, gives them a high vantage point, and slow blinks back at them from across the living room.
So, as we conclude this explainer, I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to stop speaking human and start speaking cat? Are you willing to tweak your daily habits to finally give your cat the true, deep understanding they've literally been waiting their whole life for? Because the moment you step out of your world and into theirs, speaking their secret language, the companion you've always wanted will finally step out of the shadows. Thanks so much for joining me, and I really hope this transforms the way you and your feline friend share your lives together.